This is Elite. This is the second half from the case yesterday. I believe there should be a dual autograph in here. Should be. 3 over there, 6 over there, and that equals 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keith, if we find a 101, we got one in the first case. If we find a 101, you can have it. Calvin, you'll get all the 10 of 99s. Don't leave out the 20 of 50s. 9 times. Alright, let's see what the second half produces. I think there was a Baker Mayfield in the first half. And some other nice rookies and autographs. I think there was a couple of veterans too. I used to have a get out of jail free card, Cisco. Did I tell you that story? Like a real one. Oh, I used it at least 4 or 5 times. Funk. My uncle was a sheriff in Wilmington for 30 years. Anyway, he gave me his business card, and he gave me a sticker that shows I donated the platinum amount to the sheriff department. If you ever donate money to the sheriff's department, they send you a sticker color-coded depending on the amount you send. I got the platinum one. So, every time I would get pulled over by police officers, I would be like, true story, this is a very bad story, but anyway, I was like super hammered when I was a kid one time, right? And like an idiot, it was like 3 in the morning. I'm driving back from a party back to my house. 2 cops are parked like this talking to each other through their windows. I'm in a 45. I blow by them doing 90, double the speed limit, hammered, by the way. Kids, don't ever drink and drive. Very, very dumb. But I was a dumb kid. Anyway, both police officers, I didn't even see them, honestly. I think I got when I saw them pull out and I saw the lights go zink, zink like that, I was like, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder if they're coming after me. I looked down at my speedometer, I'm doing like at that point like 80. I'm like, oh my God, I'm speeding right now. So I slow down to like 50, 40, 49 or 50. And I'm like, please go by me, please go by me, please go by me. I still have a rum drink in the cup holder. So anyway, I get pulled over. They were actually coming after me. I get pulled over and I could barely talk. I remember breaking out my license, and behind it I keep my uncle's business card, Dan Jaszewski, and I would hand him the license and the business card at the same time, and I would be like, my uncle's Dan Jaszewski. I remember saying that, and I laid my head on the steering wheel, and I remember the cop, first thing he said was, I don't give a damn who your uncle is. He was pissed. as hell. But the other officer from the other car, he goes back to run my license and everything. The other officer from the other car stays at the window, and he's like, I know Juice. His nickname was Juice because his last name was Jazuski. He's like, I know Juice. And I was like, that's cool. And I was like, I'm talking wasted. So anyway, the other guy comes back in like 5 or 10, felt like 5 or 10 minutes, could have been a half hour. He comes back up and he's like, well, instead of charging you with DUI, reckless driving, double the speed limit, he rambled off like all these bad things I had done. He said, your mother's coming to pick you up. I was like, thank you, God. Anyway, that's my get out of jail free card. Had to use that 3 or 4 times as a child. Worked every time. Back to the break. Ray Lewis, 2. Skippy. Isaiah Oliver is 191. Jared Goff ends in a 5, double jersey. I got a bunch of them. That was one of many. I got a bunch of being an idiot drinking and driving stories. One time I smashed my car into a telephone pole and my best friend Brent's head went through the windshield. Made a bowling ball shake through the windshield. I hit a telephone pole at like 35 or 40. That was bad. 12 of 24. Jameis Winston. Leonard Fournette, 9. Russell Wilson, 26 of 75. Jaleel Scott, JST. T is 0. Calvin Lack, you get it. You know this is all being recorded. When I'm opening these packs, I'll tell that story real fast. When I hit the telephone pole. Actually, got out of jail again on that one. Joey Bosa, 4. These are all stories from when I was like my early 20s. Patrick Mahomes, 7 of 24. Nick Less. Kirk Cousins, 203 of 299. Two criminals, Ray Lewis and Chris Justice. Marcus Mariota. I can say as I grew older that I actually despised drinking and driving because you could kill yourself, which is the easy way out, but you could actually hurt someone. Like I despised drinking and driving, but I did it several times when I was a kid, like an idiot. Nick Less. Derek Carr, 6. Matt Stafford, that is 1 of 99. First one stamp. 405 of 699. Tim G. 89 of 299. Russell Wilson. 509 Antonio Callaway. Jarvis Landry, 41 of 299. Bo Scarborough. That one is 94. That's true, Corbin. That is true. I have several of them. Never went to jail, never got a DUI. It's crazy. But you're right. Had they got me on the first one, that would have been a lesson taught. Calvin Ridley, 8. 624 is Deron Payne and base. So anyway, I'm driving one night. We're going to an oyster roast, right? I think I had my red Nissan Sentra. Once again, drink way too much tequila and whatnot at this oyster roast. We get in the car. This driveway is like a long dirt road to get back to this house back in the woods on this oyster roast, but it leads out to the main highway. So we had the bright idea we're going to leave, and Brent, Paul, and I are all hammered. I get the luxury of being the driver. I had the bright idea, because it was a dewy grass on each side of the dirt road, I had the bright idea that on this long dirt road, I was going to speed up to like 35 or 40, get in the grass, and then start fishtailing the back of the car, right? I was just trying to fishtail the back of the car. That was my bright idea. Brent's like, no man, stay on the dirt road. I'm like, no, 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 we're doing it. So I get out into the grass at like 35 or 40. I'm trying to get the back end to start fishtailing. Bam! Slam right into a telephone pole. Brent's head goes through the windshield. I look over at him. First thing I did, actually, true story, I look out the front of my car and I'm like, Brent, I just totaled my car. And then I look at Brent. Brent looks at me and blood is pouring down his face. If you've ever had a serious head wound, it makes it look worse because of all the blood that pours down your face with the sweat or whatever. And I thought I had killed this dude. He gashed his whole eyebrow. His eyebrow was in the windshield. He gashed his whole eyebrow out and blood was just draining down his face. Paul, my friend, passed out in the back seat, was in the floorboard. He didn't even know we got in a car accident. So anyway, we run back to the house so Brent can check his head. Believe it or not, he's conscious, and he just has a huge, huge gash on his eyebrow, where his face went forward into the windshield. So here's where it gets really stupid. We have the bright idea that we're going to walk out there, try to unwedge my car from the telephone pole, and drive it home. Of which we do. Unwedge it from the telephone pole. I had to put it in reverse and get the metal wrapped around it out of the pole. And damn if we don't drive that thing home. Anyway, the next morning, Paul stays at my house. His dad calls asking about a car accident. Paul had no recollection of it. Soon as Paul's like, what accident? I heard him in the other room on the phone. I stood up in my bed and I was like, damn it, I thought that was a dream. I tell Paul we've been in an accident. We go outside and look at the car. Somehow we made it home alive. Isn't that crazy? Paul didn't even know we were in an accident. 4, Drew Brees. Jordan Lastly, 21 of 98. Keith, that one's yours. It's crazy. I was an idiot when I was a kid. Like, looking back at the dumb stuff I did. Like, really stupid. 48 of 49, Joey Bosa. Brian Mill, you get that one. Here's another die cut to 24, Landon Collins. 20 of 24, Calvin Leck. Ben Roethlisberger, 14-4. 105 is Mariota. Tim G. Kiki Kuti. Is that how you say that dude's name? KC is 3. Scott Henn. Everson Griffin, 6. Terrell Suggs is 11 of 55. .261 is Leonard Fournette. And base. One of one eyebrow. Le'Veon Bell. 185. That is 9, Von Miller. Dante Jackson is 161. 449 is Marcus Davenport. I got another one if you want another one after this. I've got two more good ones. Kind of just like those first two. One took place in Miami. Carson Wentz, purple, 69 of 75. .261, Ito Smith. Cam Newton, 13 of 99. Oh, sports fan, I don't have SPX. Sorry, man. 13 is Scott Henn. O.J. Howard, 95 of 99. 5 is Tim G. Tim, that one goes to you, man. Sony Michel, 9. 169, Saquon Barkley. And base. That's an Eddie Murphy story, Wilbur. Alright, so the next one is, once again, Brent, Paul, and I lived in Fort Lauderdale. Brent and Paul moved down to Fort Lauderdale because I moved down there, right? So anyway, we used to party a lot. If you're going to live in South Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale region, as a young 21-year-old, partying is part of the game, I guess. Anyway, we went out to some bars in Miami, hammered again. We used to love drinking tequila for some reason. Anyway, we were leaving, Brent drove. We were leaving to go back to Brent's car, and Paul was hammered, and he said something to these two dudes, right? My friend Paul, it was Brent, Paul, and I. He said something to these two dudes, and they got in Paul's face. And then Brent, he was my best friend, Brent always liked to fight if he got drunk. So if that guy's in Paul's face, now Brent wants to fight him. It's just the way the game works. Brent just loved to fight. I don't know why, but he loved it. Anyway, Brent gets in between Paul and the two dudes and says whatever he says. I'm not going to say all the curse words they said back and forth. That dude knocked Brent out cold with one punch. My friend's like 6'2", 6'3", pretty good fighter, but we were all hammered, knocked out with one punch. His knees buckle and his head hits the concrete. Paul and I run both ways that way, and then those guys see what happened to Brent. They run the other way, and then Paul and I run back to Brent, and we point at those guys. That's right, you better run. Like we were going to do something. We weren't going to do nothing. We weren't getting knocked out. So anyway, Paul and I have to drag Brent back to the car. He drove a Jetta, by the way. We had to drag Brent back to the car, lay him in the back seat. Probably should have taken him to the hospital. But we did not. We had the bright idea we're going to drive home drunk from Miami to Fort Lauderdale, which is about a 20 to 30 minute drive down 95. I'll finish that story. It's a little long. I'll finish it on the next box. Here we go. Adam Thielen, 0. Calvin Lack. 550, Sony Michel. Calvin Lack. Jordan Howard, 238. That is Brian Mill. Didn't we just get a Jaleel Scott? I think we got the other version too. 85 of 99. '85 Tim Gum. Sony Michel, 9. Todd Gurley, 1 of 10. The blue version. Keith, that one's yours, man. Troy Aikman is 0. Um, 47 of 90 is Eli Manning. Leonard Fournette epic jersey. I don't know why that's epic. Anyway, is 0-2 of 99. Skippy. That one's yours. Skippy's on the board. Not numbered yet. It's 84 of 99. Leonard Fournette. Todd Gurley, 12 of 30. Aaron Rodgers, 0-3-0. 0. Captain Crunch. That is CC1. Eli Manning. That wasn't numbered right. Mitch Trubisky. That one is 13. 3. 385 is Bo Scarborough. $34, Ogbanya. These actually go somewhere. Stay tuned for the second half, the finale of that story. AJ Green, Jalen Ramsey is 3. Royce Freeman, RF. Rod Gad, that one's yours, man. The green ink. Now, some of these may be ink-colored short prints. $18.8. $237 is Marquise Goodwin. And base. Alright, so we drag Brent back to the car. I decide I'm going to be the bright one and drive. We're trying to find our way. For some reason, we were somewhere in Miami at some bars, and I think it was down by South Beach, but we could not figure our way back to 95. Once you get on 95, you just jump off exit 32. You're right there where we live. Exit 31, we were in Oakland Park. Anywho, I'm like circling around. I cannot figure out how to get to 95. I go into a gas station. I pull in and I hit the black bar that protects the gas pumps with Brent's car. Dented his bumper as I'm pulling in. I get out. I stumble up to the bar. This is one of those downtown Miami or somewhere in Miami where they put the bars on the windows and they got a cash drawer that swings in and out. Anyway, and they had the little speaker box. Anyway, I'm asking this guy how to get back to 95. He didn't speak the best of English. He tried to explain it, and I thought I had it. I get in the car. I start driving around. Could not figure out how to get back. This is way before GPS, mind you. This is 94, 95. Get back. Circling around. Damn if after like 5 or 10 minutes I don't circle back to the same gas station. Right? Go back in there, pissed as hell, trying to figure out how do we get back to 95. Paul says, man, you get in the passenger seat. I'll get us back. So now Paul gets in the driver's seat. He drives. We see an airport sign. I'm like, dude, go to the airport. I was like, they'll have signs that tell you how to get to 95 from Miami Airport. We go in the airport. Paul hits the median in the airport, blows out both tires on the left side of Brent's car. Mind you, Brent's still passed out in the back. We've now dented his bumper and blown out both left side tires going into the airport. So now we're sitting on 2 right side full tires. Left tires are flat. Paul sees a payphone. Believe it or not, this is back there when they had payphones. Paul runs over to a payphone. I'm sitting there about to pass out in the passenger seat. Brent is still passed out in the back seat. Paul's going to call a tow truck. Cops come up behind us, right? Cops come up. I'm about to pass out, but I see him shining flashlights in the car. And Brent, I guess the bright flashlight kind of got Brent to squint his eyes open. And then he asked me to roll down the window, of which I did. And he's like, what's going on? I was like, we've had an accident. I was like, my buddy's over there calling the tow truck. And he's like, is he all right in the back? And Brent raised his head. He's like, yeah, like that or something like that. So the cop walks over and talks to Paul. I don't know what Paul said he said to him. I can't remember all that. But the cop gets back in his car and leaves. Yep, to be continued. This is a three-parter. The funny part's coming up. ED12 is TJ what? 161 Dion King. Russell Wilson. 213 3. There he is, Matt Sage. There he is. 99 of 99. Mike Gesicki. The story's 3 parts too long. It was 3 parts too long. George Will, that one's yours. Lamar Jackson is 5. Cam Newton is 20 of 75. Drew Brees is 4. 176 Jair. Jared Goff dual patch, 24 of 49. That goes to Rob Gadd. Where's our duel? We still should have a duel in here. I think it's 1 per case if it's like last year. 19 of 87 Keenan Allen. Start it over. Could you start that story again from the beginning? Nick Chubb, 20 of 24. Yeah, Kua. And a checkbook. Calvin Lack. 63 of 99. 9 is Von Miller. Alvin Kamara, 180. 0. 291, Ronald Jones. $168, Sam Hubbard. Carson Wentz is 82. Royce Freeman, did we just not get him? We got the green Royce. This is the black. That green is probably going to be a short print there, Rob. You Googled Brent? So you can put a face to the story, R90. Bobby Wagner, 0. Mike Evans is 25, 5, and base. So somehow Paul gets him out of that, gets the cops to go away. How he didn't get a DUI is beyond me. I was in the passenger seat. He was up at the telephone. It was obvious he was driving and the car was wrecked. But I guess the cops saw the car couldn't be mobile, so just left. Now at this point it's very, very vague. Somehow I don't remember anything other than waking up on the tow truck driver's shoulder sleeping in the cockpit of the tow truck when he woke me up when we got back to Fort Lauderdale. But apparently the tow truck guy changed the back tire with the donut. The front tire is completely blown out flat. The back tire had to be exchanged so he could tow us. He put the donut on. We get up that morning. None of us have any money left. We don't know if we gave it all to the tow truck driver. We went out with several hundred in cash. None of us have any money in our pockets. But then again, we drank a lot too. And now his donut is flat. His donut is flat from dragging it on the tow truck. He has 3 blown out tires and a dented thing. And we're all out of money. And that's pretty much the end of that story. That's the end of that one. Brent was not pleased, to say the least. He went out to have a good night, got knocked out, his bumper got dented, two of his tires and his donut were flat, and we were all out of money. That's the end of that story in Lauderdale, Miami. My friend Paul passed away from, actually not too long ago, from drugs, which sucks. But Brent's still kicking it. He's married with children. Oh, no worries, Ryan. Alright, box 5. He's same age as me. We graduated the same year. He graduated from Laney, where Michael Jordan graduated. I graduated from New Hanover. Anyway, 644, Mike McGlinchey. 4 is Rob Gadd. Leonard Fournette is 241. There it is. Josh Rosen, Christian Kirk duel. I thought we'd get a double. PPD-AR1 or ARI. Ah, that's ARI. Somebody want to look that up and verify it for me? I'm pretty sure that's ARI, which would be HIJ, which would be 9. Yeah, that knock to the head. Yeah, we grew up eventually, Farrah. I'll be honest, in my early to mid-20s, I was kind of an idiot. We all were, though. I guess that's that Wilmington Beach air that does that to you. Oh, what's up, Rob Bass? Oh, you can relate to that story. I hear you, man. I think that's an I. They only go by letters. They don't go by a letter number. So I think that's ARI. I would be 9. 9 would be George Will. If somebody sees something different, let me know. But I think they only go by letters on the pen pals. No numbers. Hard hats is 20. 0. Frank Gore is 15 of 99. 5. 28 of 299, Todd Gurley. That is 14-4. Malik Jefferson, 97 of 99. Jersey card of Tony Romo. That is a 0. Calvin Lack, you get that one, buddy. Josh Adams, 174. Two backwards ones? Okay. So we have a Todd Gurley. That one is 20 of 49. Kind of hard to see that 20, though. That's right, Jersey G-Man. What's up, Vin? How's it going, buddy? 88 of 99 on that one. Le'Veon Bell, 294. It's hard to read these numbers. 2, Travis Kelce. Deontay Jackson is James Bond version. 007. 439 is Mika Fitzpatrick. 14, Russell Wilson. 640, Dante Jackson. Dak Prescott is 4 of 25. And Jamon Moore is 41 of 49. Like I tell you guys, I'll probably repeat this over and over. If you can't see these numbers, just wait for the HD video to upload to YouTube. It's a little crisper. Sometimes it's hard to see them. 15 is Todd Gurley and base. Okay. Last one, we did get our duel. Nobody saw anything different on that Josh Rosen number, right? I think all pen pals are letters. They never use numbers on pen pals. So I'm pretty sure it's like Kurt K.I. or whatever. If that's the reason the I is there. What's up, M Chiefs? Mike? The last story's kind of quick, but it's kind of embarrassing too. I mean, I've got several lighter ones, but nah, I won't tell it. I would be frowned upon. I probably got tons and tons of stories. Oh, Cisco, he did? Garrett Mayfield in the last one. Let's do it. We pulled in two in the... Wait, we already pulled one from this case. I think from the first half we got Baker. We haven't got his pen pal yet, though. We also got Sam Darnold maybe from this case, but it was a pen pal. Sony Michelle is 9. $79, Carlton Davis. 4 is Drew Summer Breeze. Makes me feel fine. 43 is Jalen. Drew Brees is 5. Davis Webb, 8 of... Why would Davis Webb be in here? Saquon Barkley jersey. Did we hit him yesterday? We've only opened... This will be our complete second case after I'm done with this box. I want to say we did hit him, but maybe we hit a Saquon number to 24, and it was an autograph. Maybe in this break. I remember seeing his name, and it was a short print. That might have been yesterday. 363. It could have been an autograph, or it could have been a number to 24. Saquon Barkley. 43 is Carson Wentz. 18, Marcus Mariota, Captain Clutch. Michael Gallup is 120. 0. Amir Abdullah, a lot of patches on this side. 39 of 49. So hard to get the number to focus right when it's on the background like that. Actually, I was Rafi. That is one of my stories, but I can never tell that story. Honestly, I can never tell that. That's part of it right there. I can never tell that story. I was, though. As a child. Why do you think my head's all messed up? Dorrance Armstrong, 22 of 99. Oh. You're like, I was talking to Cisco. That's too much information. Andrew Luck, 7 of 24. 7 is Nick. Christian Kirk, 151. Hard Hat, 19.9. Anthony Miller, 47. DeAndre Hopkins is 16.6. 312, Jalen Holmes. Winston and Mariota is 9. There it is. Somebody asked for it. Somebody got it. Saquon Barkley. I think Vin Jersey G-Man was asking for it. There it is. SB. That corner has a slight white tip on that blue part. The white tips might have a white tip too, but we'll never see them. SB is Skippy. Skippy, you got Saquon Barkley. Can you guys believe Skippy got a nice card? That's like unheard of. Wait a second, did I miss one? No, okay. That's it. Thanks again. The stories made that break run a little long. But I was trying to tell the story during the pack opening portion. Thanks, everybody.